All right, what's up, you guys? Me and Tom are back. We got some great tips for you. Matter of fact, I want to start with the tips. I want to show you a couple things real quick before we get into this. So we had a family member who was having surgery Thursday, Friday. So we were both off work. That's why we didn't have any video showing you the progress. Of course, we're done now with all the tile. And I want to show you before I get into this. I got some great tips for this as well. I want to show you something real quick. A lot of times, so with subway tile especially, okay, this is 6 by 18 inches. So we don't use clips for something this small. Somebody had asked if we do. Yes, we do. We use clips for about everything. But when it gets into like this, we just set them. It's really not that hard if you just watch, especially the way we go about it, one row at a time. It's not hard at all to manipulate your tile and make it all nice and pretty and straight. But one thing I do want to tell you, these little guys are like gold. Okay, and we got 50 million of them. You can get them off Amazon. You can get them a bunch of different places. But I keep a 200 and I keep a 400. Okay, so the 200 obviously something a little more aggressive. 400, up in the grit some, so a little bit less. But what you don't need, do not, any type of subway tile, anything small like that, look, you don't need one of those. Okay, all you need is these little guys, like 15 bucks, and you get a 4-pack, 1 through 400. You get 4 of them. So anytime we were to miter back there, Tom mitered every bit of that. When it came back in, look, right across the side, just like that. This other high-powered one, that's all for our long, large format tile, things of that nature. So there's one, just in case you didn't know, okay? Another problem that I wanted to tell y'all about, because we run into it a lot. It never fails. You're setting all your tile, right? We got up here today. We were up here at the last row, and I was over here in one of these corners, and it never fails, okay? Everything's plumb, everything's level and plumb, but sitting the tile up here, plenty of thin set back here. As I push in, because it's up above my head, I'm pushing in. I push in what I think is straight. You can always see the bottom, how it sits on the one under. What you can't really see is the top. Now I'm being dramatic just so you get what I'm saying. It never fails. Sitting there in that corner, matter of fact, it was that guy right up there. Put him up there, and I had him like this. Well, once he's up here, my fingers can't get in between the tile and the ceiling. So we always leave a smidge of room, usually about a 1/16 or so, between a 1/16 and an 1/8 up on the ceiling line. And what I want to show you, when this got set in here, okay, this is pretty straight. I had it like this. And it's hard to judge that looking underneath, that sort of thing. So instead of, I was in the corner, so there's tiles here, ceiling here, and I'm all the way in the corner over here. I couldn't get it back out. That little guy right there is a lifesaver. Remember I told you we run around with all these different size screwdrivers to tweak things where our fingers can't get into? This is perfect. I'm going to be a little dramatic so you get it, but look, this guy's so small. When you stick him in and go back here behind it, then turn him, and he'll pull straight just like that. So you get what I'm saying? Slide him right in between the tile and the ceiling, and then hook him in there and pull him right out. So that was perfect. I actually pulled him completely plumb, and bam, we got the rest of that tile set. So I wanted to show you those couple before we get started. Let me see that phone, brother. So look, check it out. We're done now. I want to get in here right on this tub line. So look, there it is going around the tub. I wanted to keep 1/8 of an inch all the way around there. And look, just so you know, we're not cheating. All the way up with that pinstripe line. Okay. See how all these are in line with each other? We don't have one down here ending far down and then this one's ending up. It doesn't matter, silicone's going in here. if these are not on the dime all the way around, your silicone will go in there and your line will jump from pinstripe to big, or the opposite depending on how you have it cut. So take your time. Don't let anybody rush you and hurry up. It's all about the quality of your tile. Man, that's how we've gotten every job on the planet that we've ever gotten, is because we're willing to take the time and put in the quality. Okay, that's what people want to see. So if you're about the hurry up, multiple jobs and all that, well, we're just the opposite. Okay, if you work on quality, you will never have a problem at all. It's patience, take your time. I don't know how many of these tiles we had in here. We had it exactly like we wanted, and there was a speck. I'm talking a speck, something wrong. Caused us to pull it right back out and do it again. And don't cheat over here in the corner. Okay, we had to keep this little guy. So I'm going to show you something here. So look, this is what I mean about don't cheat it. You can see this little piece right here. This is below the tub line. So we kept that in suit because it's supposed to be there. So, you know, just a great little tip. It's all about the details. Okay, don't give somebody something to see. That's the whole trick of it. And the reason I want to tell on us here with that little, that's 1 5/8 inches. And here's why we have that. You're going to have something. Okay, when you're dealing with subway tile, when you're doing a brick pattern, when one row is offset by the second row, 50% offset, thirds, any of that, chances are you're probably going to have a sliver somewhere. Well, this is what me and Tom did. I want to let you know now that we're done so that you can do this maybe in your job. Dealing with subway tile, me and Tom sat here probably for an hour or two figuring out row 1 and row 2. That's all you got to figure out. Once you have those, you just keep duplicating as you go around. So what I want to point out to you, I'm surprised, Tom, nobody said nothing in our other 2 videos. So these 2 guys right here, okay? Let's start with here. Let's start with the first row. See this? See how long that is? Now look at this. See how that doesn't look as long? Well, if you got a good eye, it's not. It's actually 3 inches short, okay? Because if we would have put a big one in here, full and full, by the time we got over here, take 3 inches off this. Our miter on this wall would have been something like that, okay? So I split these 2. Full one, took 3 inches off of this. That way we had meat over here for this miter in particular. Going up the next row, this is exactly a 1/2 tile. And as you can tell, this is not. So we tricked both of these. We took 3 inches off this one, 3 inches off this one. And just like in a brick pattern, when that first row went around, see another benefit, me and Tom do 1 row at a time. Second row went on. We already knew by dry fitting this, look at these 2, look at these 2. Check this corner out. Same. They're just flopped rows. Okay, by shortening this 3 inches and this one 3 inches, allowed us to put that in there. It made it look really good. It gave us a big enough piece out here to miter, definitely the next one. And this is the aftermath. This is the only one right here. Okay, so we had to have a little piece somewhere. So we wanted it over here where you never look, outside of the viewing area. That way as you walk in, how many of y'all tell the truth? How many of y'all seen subway tile and somebody's got a little 1 inch piece sitting right over here in the corner every other row telling on themselves? Use what you have, lay it out, and make the best possible judgment with it. It doesn't matter that these 2 down here don't equal a full tile. To me, to Tom, this looks 1,000 times better than to have one of these silly little pieces sitting over here in the corner every other row. Plus, chances are it'll happen again over here on this side. So, hopefully those tips help you at home. We're going to be doing a video on silicone and all this, so that's coming up. Somebody asked us about that. Inside the niche here, normally we do our niches, we build them ourselves. This was a bathtub, and I think somebody else reached out and asked, hey, why do you all set this niche, down kind of off center here? It's in the middle this way, but it is lower, so good eye, whoever asked. It's because this is a slanted tub, as you can see. When you're in here soaking, laying back in the tub, you want to be able to reach up and grab something off the shelf. If it's up here, like for a shower, then you're going to have to get up out of the water to grab something. So that's the whole reason those are usually set lower in a bathtub setting. But short of that, you all, we appreciate everybody for tuning in. We got the silicone coming up. We are going to be popping a seal plate down in here all the way around, which is exactly why this tile had to be on the dime, even between each other, straight as an arrow all the way around to receive this seal plate. We're going to pop that rock right back here in the back. It's going to be nice. We've got some shower doors going on here. And if you don't, make sure the time you got shower doors, I know it's a no-brainer, but a lot of times you get in a hurry and you might forget. We got blocking every bit in behind here, both sides. More than enough for these shower doors that are coming. So till the next one, you all, hope this helps you at home, and we'll see you back tomorrow.